Hi everyone. I have not posted a video in a little while, and that's what this video is actually about. I am coming to you from my very good dear friend Mark's shop here at Nomadic Customs. This is after hours. Mostly everybody has gone for the day. Also in my videos, I would normally go over I'd have like a teaser, like a 10-15 second teaser or like an intro at the beginning. This video is not going to have any of that. This video is not going to have any music. This video is just going to be as raw and real as possible. Tried to be as transparent as possible on this channel, and I'm going to continue to do so. I don't know if you guys even want to hear this or not, but I figured I would talk about this because I feel like other people that are my viewers, or maybe that is just viewing me for the first time, are going through things that I have gone through. Hopefully that'll bring a light to somebody watching. And if I can reach one person, then great. Then I did a good service. A little over a week ago, I am filming this on the 30th of July. I was sometime last week, maybe 7 days ago. What is today? The 30th is a Friday. Right around, I think it was actually Friday. I think it was 7 days ago exactly. I posted on YouTube, and then I put it onto my stories on Instagram, that I needed to take a mental health break from social media, mostly from YouTube. And to be honest with you, it had very little to do with YouTube. I am in this amazing shop, and before this video ends, I will kind of walk around and show you guys some of the vans that are here at Mark's shop. He did give me the okay to kind of show off some vans. After talking about some deep stuff, we can end on a positive note by looking at some of these really cool vans. Monday of last week, I started a drive cross country. I actually flew to Boston, which is oddly enough my hometown, but I went there to go pick up a van for a client, and I drove it from Boston to Portland. It is a little over 3,000 miles, and it's about 44 hours drive time. It took me about 2.5 days to do the trip. In the 44 hours of driving, give or take, I drove in silence. I did not listen to any podcasts. I didn't listen to any radio, any satellite radio, any books on tape. I didn't watch any videos on my phone. One with myself. I was able to talk to myself, which if you don't talk to yourself when you're alone, then I don't know what to tell you, because I think that's very relatable. I think a lot of us do that. I had a lot of self-discovery moments during that drive, and that's why I drove in silence. For me, driving in silence is a very therapeutic. I have been going through a very rough time mentally for about 4 weeks now, maybe 5 weeks. And it got me thinking while on this drive. I did have a weight lifted off my shoulders at one point, but it took a lot to get there. I'm doing this video also because somebody commented on a live one day and said that, Jared, you always look so positive. Are you ever down? I am very much down. I do suffer from depression and anxiety. Yeah, I don't really know how else to put that. It's very common, especially in the last couple of years that we've had. I struggle with like relying on others fulfilling my needs. I don't know if that makes sense. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is, for a long time, I suffered from self-love. I found it actually right when I got into van life. This all is going to make sense during my talk. And then I lost it. Actually, recently, I realized that I lost it, and I've lost it a couple times over the last couple years. Can't go into too much details because I don't want to put anybody else on blast. It's kind of crazy what I have had in these self-discovery moments. This drive got me thinking about when I got into van life. I am a hopeless romantic. For as long as I can remember, I've wanted a partner in my life. I've wanted to share my moments with someone else. I mean, that can go as far back as my high school sweetheart. I put so much love and attention into that person that I tend to forget to love myself. And I didn't recognize that until I was about 30, 31, when I went through a pretty bad breakup. And it wasn't even that bad. It should have been easy, but I made it a lot worse on myself than I did. And all of these things started to come back to me on that drive. And now I'm only talking about one aspect of why I was sad. There's actually many aspects of what went into everything. Most recently, why I was on a downward spiral was there was an overwhelming feeling. I had a lot of changes in my life. Moved from a small city to a extremely large city. I have not lived in a large city that I wasn't at a job where you actually have to go somewhere and do something, punch in and punch out, but you're surrounded by people. I was still in this like stay-at-home mode, and I wasn't making friends. It was really hard. It was lonely on top of the move. I had events. I put a lot of pressure on myself with the whole YouTube content. I had a lot of new brand deals and partnerships with brands, so I had a lot of relationships with that sort of stuff. For a while, I was feeling used from some of my friends in this industry, and I thought I was being taken advantage of. All of those things were happening, and then on top of all that, I met someone really cool, and I thought that I could convince them to have a relationship, which was the worst thing to do. Don't ever do that. That's neither here nor there. So I want to go back to when I was, 30, 31, I was going through this breakup. I was miserable for 6 months. Well, actually I was miserable for about 1.5 years. However, the first year I was still living with my ex, which was probably not the smartest thing to do. Yeah, you guys can all hate me in the comments for that one. Finally, I worked up the courage to move out, and I lived in this tiny little apartment. I was there about 6 months. I had to learn to love to be alone. And at the time, you don't know you're going through that. At the time, you are just mopey and miserable. I learned to love myself and be happy alone, which is one of the hardest things to do. But I can promise you, once you get to that place, it is one of the most gratifying and best places to be. I have now someone in the peanut gallery that's gonna be able to listen in on me while I talk about this. Marty Benson, everybody. Actually, very good friend of mine. One of the reasons why I'm in a better place is that man right there. Once I learned to love to be alone with myself, I actually was introduced to van life. Things happen in weird ways. I actually started walking because my very good friend, Marty, is here at the shop and he's doing some work. And it's hard for me to talk about this stuff with an audience watching. So I'm gonna walk down a little ways. So going back to what I was saying is you have to learn to love to be alone. I was in this moment, living in this apartment. I was miserable. However, enter van life 6 months after living there, and that gave me a project to do. That gave me something that I loved and I wanted to do. If you are feeling down and you are feeling depressed, I think that is a really good thing to do, is to keep yourself busy. Find something that really drives you, that is a passion of yours, right? That you're just excited to do in the mornings, and you just want to do it all day. And that was research for me. That was research. That was van life research. I spent 6 months doing R&D on building vans, how to build van. Then I spent 3 months building the van. I went back to LA and I was lonely again. So it wasn't the van. It wasn't like van life saved me. It was the project, right? 6 months after being in the van, I started YouTube. And I was really passionate about YouTube, and I loved it. And I was researching on how to do it. I was researching on how to make videos. I was researching how to edit. And that also, it just excited me. I need to start loving myself again. That's kind of what this whole point of this whole video is. I need to start loving myself again. But these last 4 weeks, I lost sight of all that. Overwhelmed. I was scared. That turned into, like I said, depression. It turned into anger. It turned into resentment. It turned into all these negative things. And I need to remember the positive about all of this. I had a lot of epiphanies. Like I said, I can't go into too many details. Was it a girl, or was it a relationship that kind of started all of this? No. What started this downward spiral 4 to 5 weeks ago was the overwhelming sensation and feeling of everything I was doing. I put a lot of pressure on myself, the change of everything, new businesses, and I'm trying to get back into comedy or entertainment. It was scary. It was daunting for me because I have a good thing going with YouTube. I don't know how to say this, but like, I have really good friends and I take it for granted sometimes. I have a lot of people that care for me and love for me. And I was caught up on someone that didn't. And it's really scary to say that, and it's sad. Couldn't walk away from it. I have since walked away from that, but I couldn't see it at the time. I know I'm being pretty vague about all that, but I have to, guys, and I'm sorry. So what now? I actually had plans that were canceled on me recently, and it just completely destroyed me. However, things happened for a reason. I ended up in Portland, which I was going to come here anyways, but I wasn't supposed to be here for about a week after. However, like I said, I have amazing people in my life, so I was able to hang out with Mark as friends. I was able to hang out with Marty, you know, and these guys have been with me they've been through the thick and thin with me. Miles from Light Harvest Solar, all of these people cared so much about me. I was at home before this, so I was with like guys that I haven't seen in 20 years, but like they're like brothers to me. I was obviously with my family. My brother almost flew to Chicago just to do a leg of the drive with me. He was about to buy a plane ticket. I told him no, because it was like $300, and I was gonna meet him in Chicago. I was gonna pick him up at the Chicago airport, and he was gonna drive something like 1,500 miles with me. Like, who does that? And now he didn't end up doing it, but that's my point, is that he was willing to jump on a plane in a couple hours from when he called me, and I was like, nope, don't do it. And I took all that for granted, guys. I really did. I guess my point is there's a lot of good people out there, and you also have to love yourself more than anything. And I did for a long time, and then I stopped, and then I did again, and then I stopped. You know, sometimes you just kind of lose track of that, so you just have to remember it. You got to know your self-worth too. You need self-love, you need to know your self-worth. I know I deserve better in my life, and I need to surround myself with the right people. That's all it is. Sometimes you have to cut certain ties, and it's some of the hardest things to do, because you think that those people or that person can be the end-all be-all, or not even end-all be-all, that's a wrong statement, but like that they can be an amazing person in your life, and sometimes they're not. Is van life the answer to all of that? That's up to you. I don't know if van life can solve mental health issues. However, what I can say is van life can be a self-discovery moment of learning to love yourself and love being alone if you are a solo traveler. Can't say that. So what now? What do I do now? I'm gonna tell you this right now. YouTube ain't stopping. I love doing what I'm doing with YouTube videos way too much. I love doing them all myself. There's a lot of gratification in me editing my own videos, me being my own videographer, me being my own vlogger, me having the control over in that. That is the stuff I love to do. Being at the shop with Mark the last few days, seeing this, I love this kind of stuff. I don't know if I'm going to go start my own van building business, because I don't have the time and patience for that. But do I want to shop? Yeah, I probably do. I actually love designing more than anything. I love coming up with new technology or new designs, new layouts, new things like that for tiny homes or container homes or vans. Will I do something like that? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna start trying it. I have to make a decision soon if I want to give comedy and entertainment a real hard push. I'm meeting with somebody next week. If that meeting goes well, then I might continue doing entertainment. But right now, I'm actually thinking of selling my Jeep, which is sad because I love my Jeep very, very much. Maybe doing another van build. And this van build is going to be something that has never been done before. Or I shouldn't take that back. It's been done, but not the way that I'm going to do it. I'm excited for the future. I've been, like I said, kind of down and out the last couple months. Maybe because I haven't had a project or haven't been excited about a project. But I'm excited about this project and these decisions that I have made. Maybe I'll even rent space from Mark at his shop and do the van build up here. I don't know. But I do know that I am excited to try that project. But first, I don't have the finances like some of these other YouTubers have. So I have to sell my Jeep for that reason, as well as I really want to start doing some land development, get Ghost Town up and running. I've talked about it a lot. The reason I was just over here, by the way, I just want to show you guys this real quick. Mark has been doing some remarkable epoxy work. Look at that. That is really nice maple and like an orangey white epoxy. And there's a bunch of epoxy tables back here. That's like a blue one. You know, right there's like a nice purple. I don't know if you guys can see it with the lighting, but look at this. This is like a gold. They're kind of dusty, sorry. It's kind of like a gold with a walnut. It's really pretty stuff. I'm so glad I taught him how to do that. Show you guys this, man. Yeah, go ahead. Natalie was just asking me if she can cut something. Of course you could cut something. There's Natalie. I don't know if she wanted to be on camera, but I just flipped the camera around. She's a little camera shy, so she's not gonna be on camera. But I wanted to show you guys this van behind me. One of Mark's creations, dinette style, drawer that comes out the bottom. Yeah, I can't say that word. really big stuff over there. Don't make any sense. Marty Benson, everybody. Marty Benson. Trained. And Marty. Marty lives in his van, but Mark has a shower at his shop, so Marty was able to get showers in. That's not annoying at all.
I'm a full-grown man and I live in a van.
There you go.
Yeah.
Another one of Mark's vans. This is going to be a platform bed, standard, pretty cool looking. And then this one is actually really. Mark said I could show all these vans in the video. So, but another cool van. The only one I can't show is that one right there, and that's because I'm gonna do a tour of it. And there's some really new age stuff going into that van, and I can't. He doesn't want me to show it. So
that was a crazy Swiss Army knife.
And then this one is one of the highest end vans I've ever seen. But I've got a big old isotherm fridge, the Brava oven, which you guys will see more videos on that coming up, the Van Life Tech heated floor system, and then I'll go to the back right now. Mark told me that they put a 24-volt system into here, which doubles the power. Those are the Rely-On batteries. Those are 200 amp hours each. So they've got 3 of those, but it's, I guess, double the capacity because it's 24 volt, not 12 volt. I don't know how all that works, but whatever. I just personally partnered up with this company, but these are the clients' bikes. And and that's also why I'm putting them in this video, because I partnered up with them literally today. I am getting one of them, which is a rad power bike. This is the Mini, so I'm actually getting one of these. I'm getting that black one back there. These are not mine. These are the clients. They have a big old drawer that slides out. I don't want to do that because I don't think it's bolted down yet. So I don't want to do it all the way, but these things are freaking awesome. They are e-bikes that fold. That's amazing. I'm actually getting 2 of them. I'm getting a foldable one, and then I'm getting their other fat tire one that'll probably mount on the back of my Jeep until I sell it, until I do that other van. Super excited to get those, and I got a bunch of accessories as well to go with that. And I had to just shoot them out because rad power bikes is rad. I don't know if I talked enough about mental health in this, and I know that you guys wanted to maybe know a little bit more. I don't know if I talked too much about it or enough about it, whatever it is. It's a new thing that I'm trying to, help myself talk about, but I'm hopefully gonna be able to talk to other people about. Like I said, I had a lot of self-discovery. I am back. I am happy to come back. I am gonna make videos for myself that I feel that you guys will enjoy. For a long time, I was making videos for, I think, some wrong reasons. I do want to do another van build. I want to start Ghost Designs. I want to do a tiny that is out of this world. I've already had some designs in my head. All of these things aren't going to really start happening until the fall or winter. So I'm going to stop listening to all the people out there that are like, why can't you do it now? Or go and do it. Like, things take time for me to get going. I am a one-man show. I don't hire anybody for anything. And that is one of the reasons why I was overwhelmed. And that's one of the reasons why I needed this mental health break, because I put way too much on me. Now, at this point, a lot of you may be saying, hey, go hire people then. Okay, I don't have that kind of money. Plain and simple. I do not make a lot. All of my money actually goes into the travel that I do to bring you videos like this. I pay all of my own way when it comes to any type of travel, any type of gas, plane tickets. I'm not regretting selling my van, but I'm just telling you, these are the things that I had to do to make the things that I want to do. And I love doing it. I'm not gonna stop. I don't ever script anything. I had a whole script laid out in my head, and I guarantee you I didn't talk about anything I wanted to talk about in this video. I'm gonna cut it there. My point is I'm back. I'm back on YouTube. There'll be more videos coming up this week, and I'm excited to get back into work mode because I haven't been in quite some time. Later.